Well, folks, I'm going out to pick up what I won at the auction last night. I hope the lighting's okay. It is kind of dreary here in North Idaho. It's been raining all day, and it's probably going to rain for the next 3 or 4 days as well. It is what it is. So, I would tell you, last night's auction had a lot of games in it. Some vintage games, Sega, Genesis games, some Atari games. There was an NES in there. Just a good mixture of stuff. The Sega games I was kind of interested in. The Sega and the Atari were the two that I was pretty interested in, and I pretty much got into a bidding war with someone. I would say there's probably about 20 or 30 Sega games in that lot, and I got up to, actually I don't think there was that many, I think it was closer to 20, but I got up to, I want to say $70 or $80, and all of a sudden it just shot up. I think he went straight up to like 150, and I think that lot actually ended up going for well over 200. So evidently there's something about Sega games that I just don't know about. Either that or he was a hardcore collector. I did happen to pick up, I did win the Atari games. There's a mixture in there, and I think I may have, I'm pretty sure I picked up some PSP games. I have a PSP I bought my wife years ago that she never really played with, so it's pretty much sat in its container. It was one of the first ones out. We never updated it, and let me know down in the comments. I think that those are even more desirable, because there was a slew of hacks I want to say that you could do to the PSP if it hadn't gone through that first update. So anyway, that is what it is. I'm probably going to lot all that together so that there's more in that when I do end up listing it. Right now it's just sitting down in my basement. I haven't decided what I was going to do with it, but since I picked up some more games, it might actually be time to start listing those. Something else I picked up was a F-15C cockpit model, which I didn't know anything about it. I ended up paying $80 for it. Comps for them, even though there wasn't a ton out there, were anywhere from $250 to $350. So it's going to be interesting when I actually see it. I just figured I'd take the risk and see what it was all about, sight unseen, except for the pictures on the listing. But I'll show you that as soon as we get further on in this haul. I can't remember. There are a few other items that I did win, but I just can't think of off the top of my head what they are. So we'll see here shortly. As far as eBay in general, sales have been here and there, up and down. Y'all know I do this part-time. Not that that's an excuse. I mean, I do have, I'd say probably over somewhere between 440 and 480 listings going right now. But most of them are those patterns I picked up months ago. I'm still selling those. I may have just ran a red light accidentally. I was already headed toward the intersection, through the intersection when it turned yellow, and everyone decided to stop and leave me hanging. But anyway, we're just about there. I'd say probably got about another mile to go with that. But yeah, back to eBay. I'm still trying to find that niche of items. I've done really well with some books. I've done some good on some electronics. I'm trying to think of what I sold recently. It seemed like last weekend. It was really weird. I didn't understand it. It wasn't really doing anything different in listing or anything else, but it seems that last weekend I just had a slew of sales, and all of a sudden things died down again. So I don't know what that is. Last week, I didn't get my haul video out, but I ended up picking up a bunch of 16 millimeter films in canisters. I don't have a 16 millimeter projector, so I wasn't able to confirm that what it said was on the film is actually on the film. It did have a title on the canisters, and it did have a title handwritten on the labeling portion of the film itself. And I just followed eBay's suggested listing and put those on. I think most of them they were suggesting putting them on auction for $18.94 to start out. I don't know how they come up with those odd numbers, but I did go ahead and list them with that, and one of them I actually did get a bid on, so it'll be interesting to see how well those do. It's something else that I have not really messed with, and I wish I would have gotten my haul video last week done. I just didn't. I have no excuses. I just didn't take the time to do it. Anyway, we are coming up on Thanksgiving. If you guys are traveling for the holiday, I wish you the best and safest journeys as you do so. And if you eat lots of turkey, take a real long nap. I am heading to Oklahoma. So I'm surprising my parents. They're renewing their vows this weekend. So I'm going to head down there Friday just for the weekend. My wife and daughter has already left for Wisconsin this morning to celebrate the holiday with her family. And I am kind of bachelor today and tomorrow. And today's, yeah, until Friday morning when I leave out. Then we have somebody house sitting to keep an eye on the dogs. I know I haven't shown the dogs lately. We got Max, he's a little shorty. On my merch by Amazon, I've actually got a couple of designs with him featured. And I haven't done one with Charlie. Charlie is a Labradoodle Australian Shepherd mix. Very soft. He's still in puppy stage, so I was a little bit frustrated with him last night. We have our Wii. I have all my game consoles, all of them at the Xbox One. I've got a PS2, a GameCube, and a couple Wii's that I use for testing my games with. And they've been just sitting up on this little entertainment center next to our television. Last night before we left, my wife was like, you know, it's really funny. I'm surprised Charlie hasn't attacked any of those cords. And then she's like, I bet I just jinked us. And sure enough, I got home and he had chewed through a cord on a nunchuck. He chewed through my GoPro charging cord, so I'll have to go hunt one of those down. And chewed on the remote for our DirecTV, and there's something else I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, needless to say, he was in lots of trouble last night, and he knew it. But, you know, stuff. It can be replaced. I was quick to temper last night getting on to him, and he was shunned. He pretty much stayed outside after I yelled at him. But anyway, I'm just getting ready to pull up to the auction house, and I will show you the items I picked up. Anyway, that's it for right now. It's raining, so see that deal.
Hey, I'm back at it. I just got back to the house after a long, hard day at work and thought I'd go over. I've been excited about going over this auction haul with y'all. Excuse me, I'm in the house, home alone today, so I don't have any interruptions upstairs. My family is traveling for the holidays. So here I am. Thought I'd do this amateur shot of what I've sold or what I picked up today at the auction. So let's get into it. So the first lot I picked up was this box of Atari games. There's about 94, I believe, in here. Let's try to go through some of the titles there. Just kind of show you real quick. I mean, I don't know if any of these are really anything spectacular, but I went in and picked them up. I actually did pay $80 for this lot. It went a little bit higher than I expected, that I really wanted to pay, but I figured I went back, recounted all of them, and decide I'd go ahead and pull the trigger. They're less than $1 a piece. Kind of a cool thing here is it did come with a lot of the manuals. I haven't gone through yet to see if there was a 1-for-1 for all the games I picked up. But those will go to, you know, no boxes, but I thought it was cool to have the manuals all the same. So along with that, I actually did get this Action Max. To be honest with you, I don't even know what this is. It did come with a cord, but I'm sure there was some, I don't know. I'll have to do a little bit more research. It probably came with some controllers that didn't come in a lot, but $80, I figured it was a pretty decent deal. This next lot they actually had listed as PlayStation games. I picked these up for $8, and these are PSP. So I have Star Wars Battlefront 2, Chess Master: The Art of Learning, My Spanish Coach, Dark Mirror, ATV Off-Road, Fury, Blazing Trails, Atari Classic Games. Looks like it even goes back to Pong days. Lumens, Puzzle Fusion. I think that everyone had that had a PSP. And Stealth. And includes full-length feature, exclusive track. That must be a movie there. Anyway, I do have a PSP downstairs. Had it for years. I bought for my wife. She never really used it, but she never did any updates to it. It's one of the first ones, so I think that's a draw as well, because I think they had hacks and stuff for it. But anyway, I'll probably list those as a bundle with a PSP. I haven't decided yet. The next thing I picked up was this box. I paid $3 for this, and it came with a black light. Does not work. I'm sure it's just the bulb is not working on it. I'll probably stay with me. And it was just a bunch of random computer games. I'll go through what they do have. Sims Vacation and The Sims. Those actually came with a case, so the key is in there. Greetings Workshop. You know, a lot of this is just garbage. I figured The Sims I might be able to get a little bit return on them, at least make my money back. Mall Tycoon. Pets includes dogs 5 and cats 5. I wasn't real sure on this Madagascar by Activision. It actually did come with 2 discs, so I have to, just with what I found out with computer games, you really got to look and make sure everything is included. So there was 2 discs there, but they look identical, so I'm not sure if they're duplicates for whatever reason. There's a School Tycoon, which I believe might go with the Mall Tycoon. Cabela's 4x4 Off-Road. This unmarked case. These are EA Games, Harry Potter, Quidditch World Cup, Prisoner of Azkaban, Chamber of Secrets, Sorcerer's Stone. I don't know. I haven't looked at anything on those yet either. 1998, Baldur's Gate. It looks to be complete. I'm not sure. This is something I might have to look into as well. There's these Dark Alliance, Baldur's Gate mini hint guide, and Another little book there. So I don't know if those go with that game or not. If you guys know anything about Baldur's Gate, let me know in the comments. Another trash CD, creator card, PS3 game demo disc, greeting card creator, collage creator, and Indiana Jones. The original adventure Lego for Windows. And it has a book and the disc. Along with that, let me see if I can reach over here. These will probably do fairly well. Well, okay. At least I know I'll make my money back on these. These are just DVDs, little children's DVDs. You can see there's a... Dave Copperfield, Jack and Beanstalk, Sinbad and the Three Musketeers, Little Orphan Annie, Journey to the Center of the Earth, Moby, The Adventures of Young Moby Dick, Nicholas Nickleby and the 12 Days of Christmas. Anyway, I'll probably just lot all these up. There's quite a few little DVDs. I'll do a little bit of research on them, but I'm hoping I can at least pull at least 15, 20 bucks on that without even looking. I think that's what I'm going to list them for. The next thing I have might be a little shady. I don't know, because all of these came in red box cases. I have to do some research into these. I don't think they're actually red box, because red box actually has, this one maybe, it has a barcode. But I'll have to look into this. Dishonored, Resident Evil, Revelation, Call of Duty Ghosts, and which Call of Duty Ghosts, one of my favorite Call of Duty games. I played it on the Xbox One, and then I have Saints Row. These 1, 2, 3, 4 PS3 games I gave $3 for. So I think as long as everything seems legit, I think I'm going to end up doing well on those. The next thing I have here is this Elite Force Aviator F-15C Eagle cockpit. Now, just to give you a little bit of scale, this is a bottle of water, and I'll zoom back out. It didn't originally come with the Soldier. I think this, I'm going to have to look into it, but I believe this is a, Dragon Soldier. I'll have to look into that. As I sit and drop it, there's some heavy duty pieces in there. Metal, plastic. Try to get as good a shot in there as I can of some of the detail on this. And it's supposed to light up. I haven't done the research in it to confirm that it does, but you know, I'm going to turn it here. This ladder actually will come off. Let me make sure I put that back on there real quick. Those are those metal pieces I was telling you about. So you can get in and out. I'm going to go ahead and turn it around here so you can see some of the other side. See if I can get any better detail on it. You can see the camera's really picking up some dust there on the front. Oh, and the goggles do come up. I paid $80 for this, and brand new, they're about, just for the cockpit itself, brand new, they're about $700, and I've seen comps on eBay for these going anywhere from $170 up to, I think, $360. So anyway, it is what it is. I did go a little bit higher on this item as well as the Atari games than I probably wanted to. but I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm trying to change strategy. I keep saying it. I keep talking about it. Taking a little bit more risk, spending a little bit more money in hopes of a larger return on my investment. Anyway, if you have any comments on some of the items I picked up, let me know if you had picked up those Atari games for $80 and how you would list them. I've had recommendation to sell individually at a lower price, try to get higher end on that side, or I've been considering breaking them into smaller lots and selling them that way. But I definitely think I picked up some good buys. Leave comments down below if you agree, if you disagree, or heck, if you just want to say hello. Anyway, that's it for today. Rod with Win by Doing. Peace out.